It's the Rainbow Rev Show. Hey, my friends, Rainbow Rev here. Hey, so there's been some questions about what is heterosexism. You use that word, Rev, and we just don't know what are you talking about? So, of course, you got to bring that official definition. Discrimination or prejudice against non-heterosexual people based on the belief that heterosexuality is the only normal and natural expression of sexuality. And it's not. It is not. And what this word does not mean is that it's an attack on heterosexuality. It's not. But what it is, it's just looking at why. So of course I'm going to bring the T. Why do we feel the way we feel about this issue? Yeah, why? We say either way, either we support those who are non-heterosexual or we don't. But where does this come from? Of course, family is one of the first places that our beliefs and our ideas on many issues. This is where it comes. Family, one of the roles of family, well, a couple of the roles of the family is one, protection. Two is also looking at how do we navigate through society and through culture. Family is that first stop. Family is that first classroom where we learn about sexual norms and gender roles. No one is born feeling either way about issues like sexuality. We learn about how to address or how to feel and what we believe on sexuality. This is where we get those. Well, this is one of the places where we get those ideas. If you grew up in a family that did not believe in anything but heterosexuality, then this is where we get it. And then church, religion. Religion is another place where we get our ideas when it comes to sexuality and sexual orientation. And of course, that is reinforced in our family structures. This, what religion feels about sexuality and sexual orientation. Another spot is culture. What is our culture beliefs when it comes to sexuality and sexual orientation? When we're talking about Black culture, there's again, it depends on where you live. It depends on your place of origin. Yeah, it's deeper than that. It's also culture could be an experience, a group experience also. But what does our culture teach about sexuality and sexual orientation? There's a long history of Black sexual repression, and that's due to white supremacy and its shaming of the Black body and the Black sexual experience. And that's a whole nother video that we can dive into. But again, so we learn our beliefs and our beliefs on sexuality and sexual orientation. The truth is that but it might be a good idea to start looking at that all Black lives matter. That when we talk about this issue, it's like it's a separate issue. Being Black and then being LGBT, as if there's no Black folks that are LGBT. And just think about this. Black people who are LGBTQIA, who are non-heterosexual, they grew up in families that taught them to not support or have disdain for non-heterosexuality. And if you're growing up in this type of environment, if it's religious-based environment, cultural-based environment, then you're going to feel some kind of way even about yourself. And even with all that you were taught negative about non-heterosexuality, people still choose to live in their truth, despite of what they were taught. So that tells you that this thing is deeper than just choosing to be gay. No one chooses their sexuality, which is how one their romantic, emotional, and sexual attraction to the same, opposite, both, or not even any sex. So again, this issue of heterosexism is again having no value for anything that's non-heterosexual. So I want us to really think about that when we talk about Black Lives Matter, that we need to realize that all Black lives should matter. And why doesn't it? And that is an issue of heterosexism, the devaluation of anything that is not heterosexual. Peace.